Have you ever wondered how to make money by participating in medical trials and experiments? This video will show you the steps to find and take part in paid medical trials. These steps include researching clinical trial websites and databases, finding a local clinical trial facility, and contacting the facility to inquire about trials that require participants. With the right information, viewers can successfully participate in medical trials and receive payment for their efforts. If you or someone you know are interested in learning about clinical trials in your area that you may qualify for, click the link in the video description and visit studyscavenger.com. What is a paid medical trial? Paid medical trials are a form of medical research in which participants receive monetary compensation for taking part. Participants typically provide their time, energy, and often their body to help medical professionals better understand the effects of treatments and medications. In some cases, participants may also be asked to take part in surveys, diaries, med compliance videos, or interviews related to the trial that can further aid the research team. The primary benefit of paid medical trials is that they allow people who may not otherwise have access to clinical trials or other forms of advanced healthcare to become involved in important advances in medicine. This means that those with limited financial resources can still receive valuable new therapies, which are not currently on the market and cannot be purchased. Participants in clinical research are not only compensated, but they receive other benefits such as free health screenings, physical exams, blood work, EKGs, and more. Participating in paid medical trials can be a rewarding experience, not only for the knowledge and medical care received, but also for the financial compensation received. By taking part in paid medical trials, participants are making an invaluable contribution to medical science and helping move it forward. Paid clinical trials offer a unique opportunity to make a difference in the future of medicine while being compensated for your time and effort. Different types of medical trials. There are many different types of paid medical trials available, and the specific requirements for each will vary depending on the study. In human trials consist of phases 1 through 4. Phase 1 studies are first in humans and often require subjects to remain at the research center for multiple days, nights. There is no benefit to the subjects, and the scientists are attempting to learn how the medicine or device reacts in humans. The benefit to Phase 1 volunteers is the compensation received, which can range from hundreds to tens of thousands. Phase 2 clinical trials will then target certain health conditions to find the maximum tolerated dose with the least amount of side effects. These studies typically enroll dozens to hundreds of subjects and can compensate subjects hundreds to thousands. Phase 3 clinical trials are longer-term trials, which treat a specific health condition for a longer period of time to evaluate long-term efficacy and safety. These trials last months to years and typically pay the subject a small stipend at each visit for their time and travel. Some studies may require participants to receive injections of new drugs, while others may focus on collecting data through surveys and interviews. Additionally, some trials involve behavioral studies such as sleep patterns or lifestyle habits as they relate to health outcomes. Clinical trials can also include medical devices such as prosthetics or implanted technology. How to find a paid medical trial. Finding a paid medical trial typically involves researching online databases, speaking to your doctor about possible opportunities they may be aware of, and networking with other patients in similar situations who have participated in trials before. Studyscavenger.com is a great platform to uncover medical trials that may be of interest to you. If you want to see what medical trials are available in your area, click the studyscavenger.com link in the video description. When exploring a potential trial, it is important to do your research and ask questions about the study design, its goals, the duration of the trial, and any potential risks or side effects. It is also essential to make sure you understand all of the details pertaining to compensation for participating in the trial. Finally, it is important to ensure that you feel comfortable with the study before signing up for it. How to apply for a clinical trial. Once you have identified a paid medical trial that you're interested in joining, the next step is to apply for it. This usually involves reading and understanding the informed consent document and undergoing health screenings by the research physician or sub-investigator associated with the study. These screenings typically include blood tests, physical examinations, urine tests, EKGs, and other assessments to determine if you are an eligible participant. The final step in the application process is typically an interview or orientation session with the research team. During this session, they will explain more about the study design, its goals, and any potential risks or side effects of participating in it. At this point, you can also ask any questions or concerns that you may have about the trial before making your decision whether to participate or not. How to prepare to participate in a clinical trial. Before attending a clinical trial, participants should make sure to review the guidelines listed in the informed consent document and expectations provided by the research team. These may include restrictions on activities that can be done during the study, such as diet or exercise plans, as well as instructions on how to report any medications taken while enrolled in the trial. It is also important to prepare for regular check-ins with the research team throughout the course of the trial, so make sure you are familiar with what these entail ahead of time. Above all else, it is essential that participants take their involvement seriously and follow all directions given by the researchers. Doing so will ensure that everyone involved in the study is safe and able to contribute meaningful data toward advancing medical science. Staying safe during a clinical medical trial. Participating in paid medical trials is generally a very safe and rewarding experience, but it's important to take certain precautions while participating. Firstly, make sure you understand all the steps involved in the trial before signing up for it. Additionally, if anything feels wrong or unsafe during the process, contact clinical staff immediately. It is also wise to keep track of any symptoms or changes experienced as a result of taking part in the trial and to report them to your doctor or research team right away. Finally, be sure to follow any instructions provided by the research team regarding medications or activities that may be necessary during your participation in the trial. Taking these steps will help ensure that everyone remains safe throughout the course of their involvement. Getting paid for your participation. Payments for participating in a paid medical trial vary, depending on the type of study and its requirements. Generally speaking, payments range from a few hundred to several $1,000s, depending upon the duration of the trial and any additional tasks involved. For example, if someone participates in an 8-week clinical trial testing a new drug for depression, with multiple visits, procedures, and blood draws, they may receive $4,000 or more for their participation. As another example, if a healthy volunteer enrolls in a 6-week Phase 1 clinical trial in which they are sequestered at the research site, the subject compensation may be $21,000. Compensation for trials is based on the time, travel, and inconvenience factors of the study. At the end of it all, participants are left feeling both rewarded by being able to contribute to medical science and financially compensated for their time and effort. Paid medical trials provide a unique opportunity to participate in meaningful medical research while also being financially compensated. While it can be intimidating to take part in a trial, following a few simple steps can make the process easier and safer. If you or someone you know are interested in learning about clinical trials in your area that you may qualify for, click the link in the video description and visit studyscavenger.com. To stay informed about clinical trials for a wide variety of conditions and ailments, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you are alerted when new content is added.